Hello ladies and gentlemen. The random place I decided to do my makeup today is this comfy little spot in a Seattle coffee shop. I decided to vlog myself drinking the hot chocolate I got and then realized this could be a fun place to film. I was gonna film somewhere else, but that video is still coming in future. But today I filmed right here. One of the guys who was sitting outside saw me eating my rusks, and before I started filming he asked jokingly if he could have one, and he was just kind of in the background while I started filming. As usual, I'm gonna start out with my primer and I'm just gonna spray it onto my face. Now the reason I chose this spot is I haven't done a video in a while other than the one where I did my makeup in the bathroom where you can see the people moving around behind me. So I decided, since I was right by a window and you can actually see out the window this time, that it would be a good place to film. Now today I'm using my stick foundation again, and this time I don't have any sore teeth so I can draw all over my face with it and buff all over my face with my brush, but I forgot to wet my beauty blender and I wasn't about to pack everything up, leave, wet it, come back and use it, and I couldn't just leave my stuff there and there wasn't anywhere nearby I could wet it, and I didn't have a water bottle with me, so I kinda had to tough it out with a dual fiber brush today. But that's okay, I had my cocoa to soothe me in between. And as a mirror, I had both mirrors in my palettes and I had my phone between my legs to see what I'm doing. Sometimes you're just more prepared than other times. For concealer, I'm using this one by Colourpop again. And if you're wondering why I'm always using the Colourpop concealer, it's because I ordered it so long ago that when it finally arrived, it was already quite old. So I want to use it and finish it before I use any of my other ones that I bought more recently. And I guess receiving old makeup in the mail is just a downside of living in a country like South Africa, which is far from any distributor. Anyways, I had to blend this out with my dual fiber brush as well, which is not that hard, it's just a little uncomfortable to get it in right underneath your eyes, so be careful there. And then after I did that, I applied some blush. I picked up a new one that's a bit of a darker color because I didn't like the baby pink one that I always use, but it took a lot of layering to put it on and I still didn't feel like it was enough, so next time I'll be going in with a heavier hand. I also picked up a new setting powder because I was really running low, and it had like a sticker on the top to prevent the powder from coming out, and I had such a hard time getting it out with my nails because my nails are long and I couldn't properly pinch it, and then when I actually lifted it and tried to grip it to pull it off, I just pushed it right back down and had to start all over again, but luckily that is a thing of the past and I got rid of that sticker. I used this big face brush and just picked up some powder and buffed it on all over my face to set my foundation. And if you're worried about applying this much powder to your face, you really don't have to be. I have a dry skin and this works on me. I don't look cakey or dry because I do melt it all together with my setting spray. Next, I'm using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to contour, which makes me feel like a real YouTuber because this is what all the beauty gurus out there use. A friend of mine got this for me on my birthday, and I'm using the lightest brown shade to first fill in the contour area and then the middle brown shade to deepen it up a bit. I applied it in the hollows of my cheeks and underneath my chin, and I'm using a little bit of a slanted brush to do that. And then for my nose, I'm using a skinny brush and just blending two lines down the sides of my nose and caught the tip of my nose as well. And then now that I have all the powders on my face, I sprayed my setting spray to melt it all together. If you missed the plug before, add me on Snapchat at ZeldaOfficer, and I few enough people that I might still add you back too. Moving on to brows, I'm brushing them out with a spoolie on the back of what used to be my NYX eyebrow pencil, and then I'm picking up a skinny eyeliner brush and this eyebrow powder from Essence, and I'm mixing the two colors to fill in my brows. I twist my brush sideways to just follow along the line of my brows, and then for the front part I angle it a bit more upwards before brushing it out again at the end. And I have to say, having a drink with you while you do your makeup was quite nice. Here I'm doing a little bit of color experimenting with the shimmers I had to just kind of figure out exactly how to get the effect I was going for, and then I started with this really grey and sheer black eyeshadow from BH Cosmetics. I was expecting it to be a lot darker than it is, but it was okay. There was light at the end of the day because it blended out quite easily, and I applied it all over my lids and up into my crease. Then I picked up purple, I know purple, a color I hate using, and I blended it into my crease as well to add a bit of color to this greyish black. And I cleaned up a bit in the inner part because I was going overboard with the blending. Doing your makeup in random places like this does require a lot of digging for certain things, and here I whipped out something straight to just blend out to get more of a cat eye with my eyeshadow. I'm picking up this royal blue color mixed with the purple color shimmer in this BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm rubbing it on my eyelid. It took a few layers to get it pigmented enough, and then I went in with just the dark purple color and put it on the outer corner to give some definition to the outer corner of my eye. And then dragged a little bit in my crease as well. Next, I picked up this white shimmer from the same palette and reorganized everything so that I can see myself again, and then used this color as a highlighter. I applied it in my tear ducts to make my eyes look nice and open. I applied some underneath my brows, which is one of my favorite things to do. I applied some highlighter on my nose as well, and on my cheeks, and on my cupid's bow. And of course I rubbed over it as usual, just to tone it down a little bit so it looks more natural. I went in a bit with just the royal blue and applied it kind of in the middle of my lid, producing a very subtle type of halo eye, but more I just wanted to make the color more intense. And then I went in with the same colors underneath my lash line to just make sure I'm not top heavy. Time for another cocoa break. And another snap break. My neighbor's away on holiday and I had him get Snapchat as well so that I can show him what I'm doing while I'm home alone. Moving on to eyeliner, you can see with the people in the background just how much I sped up this clip while I'm doing my eyeliner. But it didn't go as according to plan as it could have. On my right eye, I tried a technique I saw online and it didn't work, so I just said screw that and tried again on my left eye and got a perfect wing I was happy with, and then had to fix up the right side. So what I did there was I whipped out a makeup removing wipe and first wiped off my color experimentation on my arm and on my fingers, because apparently I got it everywhere. And then I got out something with an edge, and in this case it was my eyebrow pencil, because it has a little circle on the top which gives you an edge when you put it underneath the makeup wipe, and with that edge I could just pretty much erase the eyeliner. It works like a pencil, you just draw it right on your face and it removes any mistakes you made. I did that to just carve my eyeliner into a shape I wanted it, touched up the eyeshadow a little bit and the foundation underneath, and I was good to go. Onto lipstick, I am using this LA Girl lipstick in the color Ooh La La, which I have been using for ages. It is quite a pale pink, so I put on a bit of this NYX Lingerie series Lace Detail, I think the name is, lipstick on top of that to just give it a bit of a nude tone as well. Then I moved on to eyeliner. I aligned my waterline and took another cocoa break, and then realized I should probably not do that anymore because I'm gonna have lipstick transfer onto my cup. But I curled my lashes next because apparently I'm jumping from lips to liner to lashes. I'm using a new eyelash curler, or rather I replaced the little cushions in it, so I worked all carefully with it because it feels different to use it. And then I applied a lot of mascara because today I was not going to apply any falsies, and with such a dark look I still wanted to see my lashes to some extent, so I gave it a few good coatings. Even though I have lipstick on, I took another sip of cocoa. It had dried down by now anyways, that it wouldn't transfer anymore. And I got a dumb snap from my neighbor of him wearing a filter with makeup, and I was just like, yep, that is exactly the look I'm going for. And then I sent him a dumb one back as well. Back to lips. If you thought I was just going to leave it nude and pink as I usually do, you were mistaken. I added a little bit of this brown lipstick by Essence on the edges of my lips to kind of give it an ombre effect. I did not add a lot, but the little bit of darkness does match the eyes better than just the nude color. And then I sprayed my setting spray and fanned it all over my face so that everything is locked into place. Moving on to my hair, it's been raining outside for a few days now, so I've really been feeling the sweater and braid cuddle weather type of style. So I decided to throw my hair into a French braid that takes all of 5 seconds because this is my default thing to do with my hair when it gets in my way. So I braided my hair, tied it, and then puffed it out a little bit, as well as pulled down little pieces at the side to make it look a little messy. You know those things they used to hate you having out at school that they always made you pin back? I pulled some of those down. I decided to not put my sunglasses on, believe it or not, so I took a few bobby pins to pin down the curly pieces I had at the top. Then I took one last look in my mirror to make sure I was happy with everything before deciding that this is the final result. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. In the meantime, here's a little clip of me actually packing everything up afterwards. Bye!